What is up, guys? Welcome back to game number 4 of this best of 5 series between Batu and Konsensus. Last game, Konsensus gave us some inspiring India gameplay, but it was not enough to defeat Batu's Red Lancer spam as a Dutch. But now we're on Mexico, spawning to the north of the map in the colour blue. It is Batuan playing as the Russians. Konsensus spawning down to the south of the map, playing as the Italians. And in terms of civ strengths and expectation who's going to win this game, well, Italy is just a fantastic civ at the moment, and I'm kind of like looking at this matchup thinking, out of all the civs you can pick, Batu, why did you pick the Russians here? And I think they might be doing some counter picking, so winner of the last game picks first, and then the other person can then pick whichever civ they want to. And picking the Italians into Russia feels a little cruel. Italy essentially is a civ which sits in base. They don't need map. They can build buildings. They can age up with a tower safely, age up fast, in-base resource generation with the Lombards, but other factors as well, like the Basilica, the Papal Lancers, Falk, Musk play H3, and just other ideas that I don't really see the opportunity here for Batu to kind of play a standard Russia game. I'm expecting Batu to not play a standard Russia game to deal with this, and his deck's called Meme. I don't actually see where the meme comes in from. He's actually missing a card, which I hope he wasn't. Hope it wasn't a crucial card that he was missing, but I'm feeling something like a 20 age 1 TP, go for full TP play, something crazy, or just FF into Falk Plechnik, counter Dragoons from the Advanced Church. He hasn't got the Advanced Church. But basically what I'm saying from Batu's point of view is I don't see a 4 blockhouse, 5 Cossack into 13 Stroh into 4 Cossack, shit train units to kind of do that classic Russian rush. I just don't see it happen. I think Batu's not going to be super aggressive and going to try and approach this game from a different angle. We look at Konsensus's deck. He does have a few cards H2, but look at this card in the second age versus Russia. Broken Lance Company, and there's one word to describe this card, and that is definitely broken. 3 Papal Lancers and a Stradiot, an age 3 Stradiot in age 2. And Papal Lancer would definitely 2-shot kill a Russian Musk or a Russian Shreller. Might even 1-shot a Shreller. I don't know that matchup, but it's one of the things that I'm looking at this, and there's a tool. There's a tool to deal with pretty much everything that Russia has. Late game, I'm looking at you. Heavy fortifications, 2 Papal Bombards, 3 Kolv. That's what I'm looking at. Three fields go forward to build a blockhouse. It'd be silly to not build a blockhouse. Just in general, Konsensus taking 1 TP, and the blockhouse here kind of says, "Well, you're not going to take the TP line at all." Saloon does give a trickle. Saloon gives a 0.6 coin per second, which is essentially 1 unupgraded villager on coin. So it's sizable. It's not insignificant. It's not game changing. So I see your conversation is still going on about the Red Lancer. It's a valid point, and you know, it's a way to make hand cavalry without having to pay for the Tsar age up. But then every Lancer you're training is coin, and if you're pricing a unit at so many resources, well, coins are slower gathering resources than food. There was a load of food on that map, and could have balanced the res out a little bit nicer. Outpost comes up, really awkwardly placed outpost. I will say this is far. Okay, it's not far from the TC, but what I'm saying, it's far from your forward mine to protect you from any strelets coming out from the blockhouse. And although I don't think we'll see, well, I always don't like commenting ahead, but I say speculating everything. But I'm kind of expecting that we won't see musks here, and I'm kind of confirmed to see the 10 plus 13 strelets here because, well, it takes TC 2 shots to kill a strelet, and they can quite happily sit underneath. The problem is if Konsensus thinks about this, and he's going for more architects, which is quite nice actually. Get this built. The Basilica comes up. That'll give them the option to train some sheer bones, which I think is a good shout here versus Russia. They are counter skirms, and all these strats are quite cheap spam units. Sheer bones are exactly what you want versus them. They outrange, outdamage, and just they crush it. So do stuff like the Apple Lancers from the shipment. There's Huss from the stable that will kill the Explorer. Actually, kind of doesn't want to show the Huss if he doesn't have to. Yeah, well, Konsensus has an IQ of 149, but it's not 150, and the 150 IQ move there would have been to not shown Hussars, considering the army competition that Batu has gone for here. Line of sight is moving in, and yeah, you're just going to get big shots on this. Yeah, Vil goes down, and there's no outpost at the front of the base to try and keep pushing these units away, and Batu should know that he can just sit on this coin mine, and he really should just sit on the coin mine. Any time that Konsensus is unable to gather the coin is a win for him, and I think Konsensus might just move on to the back mine, who just might have enough at some point. Huss going for a raid in base of Russia. 1 Vil goes down, 16 Vils remaining. Russia's trained their second batch of 3 Vils in this age. Konsensus is 700 gold. Still looking to age it behind this. Yeah, okay, would need some wood to invest into the Papal Lancers. I mean, if Papal Lancers come out, it would be brutal. They're just getting into the city just about. The Hussars come back from the raid, and they're going to catch these strelets. Where on earth is the reinforcement? I mean, there is just no reinforcements. When does I don't think Batu's trying to win this, though, with the 8 push age 2, just trying to be annoying. Certainly has succeeded being annoying. He sends in 700 coin. I don't see any coin crates on the floor, and he's certainly not gathering any coin now. So it's kind of feels like he's a little bit short. Is he selling for the? Oh, he's trying to sell for the age up. Oh, at this price, it's just not worth it. Okay, at this price, it's not worth it. But you're not printing resources at this point. You're just burning your hunting base quicker, and as Russia, you want to kind of preserve as much of this as possible. Considering that most of these games go for like 20 minutes versus Italy because they can just FI and get away with anything they want to do. This is a bit of a bold call. So yeah, Batu's going to try and age up, but unfortunately he's aging up with no strelets, aging up with no real units behind this. Lombard's coming up very quickly behind. Currently 2 on the floor, 3rd coming up. More Lombards, artillery foundry, housing, and these architects are just going to be spamming buildings, and you just kind of see how unless you can really do the damage, drawing out a game isn't actually sometimes in your best interest, considering that Italy can just print out buildings for free, get villagers with each shipment. I know that Russia also scales because of the TC, but I'm just looking at the bases, I'm looking at position, I'm looking at the score. I suppose you have one of the civs which overscore the most versus one of the civs which underscore the most. So it doesn't give you a full picture in this situation, but Konsensus in the next age uses the fast age card with extra units on the age up. Now has 14 musks on the age up thanks to the, is it like 6+3 musks on the age up? Another 5 come out, that must have been queued in. And this blockhouse is going down. Sending in the Lucan financiers. Generis is still available. Florentina. I didn't have to look for that one. So this is a wood trickle, or the wood being invested to get coin and food, and this is the card. to get the Italian FI. It's so good. Blockhouse has been abandoned, and kind of feel sad at this point. I mean, Blockhouse being defensive just because he needs something at least, but you know, Batu's aging up. About to age up now. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to do the shutdown conversion, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of feel like a age of a TC and just try and spam as many vills as possible. Yeah, he's realised he just needs to pull the trigger now. He's going to. But 37 musks is also just not enough. Yeah, he's. he's like, what card should I send next? And mainly because he's being pushed. I don't know, or whatever. But he's now sending this. But he still has so many he has so much time to train more Strelets to make the most of this Strelet transformation card. But Konsensus nearly double score is now going for the Papa Lancers from the Basilica. This is delaying his next card, actually. Is this worth it to train the Papa Lancers and delay the card? I think the answer to that is not really. If you cancel this shipment of Papa Lancers, you can just, well, age up. He's gonna commit to this. These do shadow attack, so it's not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world, but town centre being built by 4 architects. Oh my god, just all these buildings at the back of the base are up now. Yeah, he's just gonna go to the next stage. Big Batu with his Musk conversion card has to wait for the Falcons. Lancers, they just shrug off the musks as if nothing happened. And they're gonna go back to base. Report back. The thing is, Konsensus is gonna be up to the next stage before then, and it's gonna have Guard Bersieri, gonna have Culverins. If you ever listen to Widgie pronunciation of spin guards, it's so funny. He really gives it some, because he's like, with the fingers, with those Italian fingers, you know what I mean. The middle, and your thumb together in like a circular motion. Your wrists are moving. You're going spingarde, spingarde. And Widgie loves that. It's like it was like doing a casted game between things like Phoenix and Julian, or Julian and somebody else. And that's all he was just doing, was just saying that you know, over and over and over again. The musks are coming in. I mean, it's a timing. Konsensus is moving forward with the musks, but he really should be moving back with the musks. Barracks being thrown down by the architects. Batu now sending in more musks behind this. Strelets would be actually a good shout at this point, just to kind of round this competition up. But Minutemen being called. Colb's being called up behind this. We're aging up with the engineer for 2 Falc. We're aging up with 2 Falcon training 1 Colb. Why are we being so aggressive? It was aging in that TC. Oh, that's an awkward moment. Does come up. Aged with 3 fucking Falconers. Ah, that's so broke. And the Colbs come out to snipe these Falcons from. For a moment, I was like, oh, you know what? This actually might be touch and go here, but this is just brutal. Welcome to DE. Italy style. 3 Falc cage up. Oh my god. And Konsensus wins game number 4 to take level the series off 2-2. The interesting thing was I've caught the series late. It didn't quite work out my plans the evening, which were rather fluid to say the least. I was actually enjoying a good steak. This is actually a best of 7, but I missed the first 2 games. But it's 3 apiece for those 2 players, which is actually quite incredible that the series has been so back and forth as the games have gone on. But you know, for us, it is a best of 5 final match decider coming right up. But first, let's have the quickest look at the post game. You see some villagers well, not villagers, just all unit counts. But this is the Strela must play age 2. And I thought this was rather interesting. How there was an opportunity here to not gold starve, but be super annoying to Consensus, and kind of felt there was strats made, a batch of musks made, and the amount of pressure that these units generated, but then there was no more. Trying to age up, but just sent in 700 coin, hoping that was enough, and quite awkwardly, just didn't have enough resources. I think going for like 700 coin, 600 coin, but spending some of those resources of musks to kind of keep that pressure up would have been useful. No Strelets was saved into the third age. Adventurer came in, and a couple of batches were made to convert into musks. But instead of waiting for a 19 Strelet card, Batu went straight into the Strelet conversion card into 2 Falk. Problem being, then he did push with 50 musks, 2 Falks. It wasn't enough, and the problem is when you're up against a building layout like this and villagers on this western side, yeah, you might kill a TC, you might kill a market, 3 houses, a Lombard, a stable, but there's people building always elsewhere, buildings for free, and overall you just don't have enough siege to do what you need to do before Italy stables out. And let's say these Falk players, he didn't stabilize. Well, guess what's coming next? It's 2 Papal Bombards, and then he's trained guards skirting from the barracks. And this is the kind of like the not the unfairness, but like the differences between the Civ and the one thing that Italy FI does so well is to stabilize in that 4th age, which Batu was trying to capitalize on. Well, how will Batu come back for the 4th game? He's certainly come up with some interesting builds so far, and we'll see for that final game to decide in the next one.